Just a quick editor's note from the German editor. This video contains spoilers for Beastars, crude language, and in this instance might be a little louder than usual. Yeah, this episode didn't go as planned. Podcast time.
Alrighty then. Welcome to the Cherryton Podcast. I'm wquiz. And with me today is Werewolf and Maya Amano, our hosts. Also this week, we are joined by Argent Nyx, JakeSilent, Morgan, and Sidpoke!
Hi, welcome to Cherry Popsicle.
Hey! Alright, so what we're gonna do now is our buddy Werewolf, he's gonna give us a little summary of the chapter that came out recently.
So
and after that we have many other things planned.
So the current chapter is chapter 187, and at its beginning, Legoshi is a bunny furry. So we pick up where we last left off in 186 with Louis and Q, I almost forgot her name, finding out what Legoshi's doing, and what he's doing is running away, which is something that he hasn't really done. He gets choked by Melon. It says, I guess he's into it or something, says something about his hands. Q says something, and then Gosha says nothing, Yafia says something, and we just get a huge drop of Melon's granddad, and that's it.
And then there's also a little part where Legoshi has flashbacks.
Yeah, I also have a little bit of a explanation for the whole hand thing. It isn't like when he says that it's a sign of affection, it isn't really meant to be kinky in that way. It's because animals
Yoshikage Kira.
Yes, it is Yoshikage Kira. Yes, everything that involves hands is Yoshikage Kira.
No, but because animals carry their young by their neck normally, and that's the theory that we've all been thinking that relates to.
Okay.
So
yeah. So what are we gonna? Talk about the chapter? Our thoughts first.
Does this make Legoshi a Joestar?
Not
Because
gonna lie.
technically, Jack is the Joestar here.
Are you just saying that because Ben Diskin voiced
Yes, I am.
Joseph? Wow, okay.
Not gonna lie, I kind of didn't like this chapter. I didn't like it.
It was
chapter.
We were expecting stupid shit, but
Well, I was expecting Haru. Where's Haru?
Oh, that's
Haru
your
doesn't
only
exist
reason?
Haru
anymore,
doesn't
obviously.
bruh, Haru doesn't exist. That or
Thing
she's
is-
at home vibing.
Yeah, the thing is, Haru, became less important, I think, because Beastars has been getting more and more into a shonen manga. And that's a fact.
Which sucks, but
Yeah. I think
And
we
now-
already talked about that slice of life thing, and
Yeah.
that it isn't a shonen, weekly shonen champion thing. I don't know.
And now that we have discussed the new chapter, it is time to explain all of Beastars to Morgan here.
yes,
he
because
has not read it
okay,
at all.
Morgan here
in
has
any
never
capacity.
read anything of Beastars, or at least to my knowledge. So Morgan has no idea what we're talking about. What happened with the recent chapter thing. So, as a special thing, we're going to explain the entirety of Beastars up to the latest chapter.
Okay, I have an idea. What if we went about this in canonical order of events happening? Starting with, of course,
Like-
Melon.
Whale.
What?
No, the other way around.
Order?
The Great Melon.
The Great Melon.
Yes. The main
When
character fights
Father
a melon.
Rex descended
like-
with his wings from the heavens. Thus, the world was created.
All right,
Oh, this
so
is
let's
Melon.
start. Let's do canonical order. Let's do it from the beginning of everything to now.
Okay, so
Um,
we got to start with Rex
I'm
from the
sorry.
dinosaurs.
Wait, what?
Correct.
I'm
You
sorry.
start the beginning of everything, and if it's canonical order, we got to talk about the history.
You got to talk about Rexmas. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we got to talk about Rex, the dinosaurs, the meteor, the great
All that
whale,
All right.
World War II.
all the
The
shit that
great whale
Jack
genre.
was taught in the like
we
borderline.
have no idea what we're
What
doing.
does all of this mean?
Yeah.
We don't know what
Basically,
we're
instead of
doing.
God, they pray to the dinosaurs. That's like the
Yes.
thing. Because
Okay,
the dinosaurs were before them.
What?
we should designate one person for the dinosaur era, and then
Nyx.
another person for each of the arcs
I
in the
think-
manga.
That it would make the most
Oh.
sense if I were to talk about the whole life beasts into the Great War.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do Arc 2 because I spent a 35-40 minute video talking about
I
the
can-
OST.
I
I'll
can
do the first
beginning.
one.
Oh, then I'll do the
Oh.
latest stuff. I'll do the latest stuff.
Marin.
What's Sid doing? Sid, are you gonna do the dinosaurs?
I was just gonna do the dinosaurs. Wait.
Dinosaur.
Do it.
There's nothing much to like read about that, right? It's only like it starts off with there were dinosaurs and they died because of a meteor.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like the thing that happened also
Absolutely
in the real
beautiful.
world. But
Explain what
the
Rex
Beastars people, the people that live in this universe, they pray towards the dinosaurs, and so they have, I think, annual festival with about the meteorite. I think
Yes.
Yes.
it's the meteorite festival, and there also was a war. Should I explain?
Nick
That
should do that.
segue
Nick's
Well,
could do
you
that,
forgot
yeah.
about Rex almost entirely.
Yeah,
yeah,
Rex. Great Rex. That's God.
He's got wings.
He's
They're-
basically
he's
Jesus,
ba- He's
He's
basically
Jesus.
Jesus and Santa
Yeah.
mixed together.
and also like a dinosaur
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
wings.
with wings.
Yeah.
Anyway, next you're up.
Oh
I
boy.
believe-
One second, I'm trying to find the chapter so I can get the loose. Yeah, screw it. We're doing this off the book.
Oh,
Anyways, so the secret history that is actually hidden to all but the top 5 pretentious fucks at the school get to so originally it wasn't just carnivores and herbivores, it was life animals and nature animals. This gets talked about once and never again. Don't worry, you don't need to know it. So they originally, the life animals didn't know the nature animals. They were separated, and they all fought by like one-on-one combat. Winner gets to live by eating the other because, you know, carnivores. And then they met, and they had the innate instincts to protect the nature animals, and that's when society kind of went into the Bronze Age, loosely from what we see. But then after that, around World War II, because the World Wars didn't happen, all of a sudden there's this huge great war between carnivores and herbivores. And the carnivores are asking the herbivores to kill them because they're scared of their own instincts, stuff like that. And then a giant whale shows up.
And introduces them to the Sea World.
And he just ends the conflict. Why? We don't know. He just
He
does.
says some crazy words.
And he
And
we don't
yeah,
even
and
know what he
introduced the
said.
Sea World.
Yeah.
Shamu
This reminds me of the
Uh,
FNAF
Love
soundtrack, or the FNAF story.
timeline.
And,
Well, this
and-
is giving me Kingdom Hearts flashbacks of how complicated it is.
Oh, gee.
I know all of that story. It is hell to learn. But like, yeah. So life animals, it's basically never touched on, but this like secret origin of society is completely hidden to everyone except for the top 5 students at the most pretentious schools. And almost all of those are dogs. That's an entire own subplot due to genetic modification and borderline eugenics.
Yeah. Borderline.
Yeah,
Boy, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
So
yeah.
anyways, that's why I eat an onion.
You should probably know that hybrids exist in this universe.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't,
yeah.
that doesn't
I'm not
really
talking
need
about
to happen.
That doesn't really come up yet, but
Yeah.
okay. So basically that happens, and then some time passes, and then we're at Cherryton Academy, which is a school.
You're forgetting something.
What?
Wait, what?
We gotta go back and talk about certain
Ghost on
characters.
Yaga.
Oh,
We gotta talk about Ghost on
Jake, you want to talk about
all the
Ghost-
events
What
leading,
is a Beastar?
like leading all the events up to the
First
to the
of all,
full thing.
I'm
There's a Sublime Beastar, and then
dropping
there's many
behind you.
little mini Beastars. There's only one Sublime Beastar, and right now it's Horse Batman.
Okay, yeah.
That's such a
That is the
that's such a
sickest
good
take I've heard.
description.
That is the
No, yeah.
sickest take.
let me try and remember this. It's like 2 generations before like Legacy happens. We get this whole like system set up where there's like a chosen super animal who is just a vigilante, I guess, of justice, and he just goes around and
He's
stops any carnivore and herbivore related crime or whatever.
isn't he like? I think that was just Yafia's thing because it was supposed to be a political point, but he just doesn't.
Yeah, I don't
Yafia.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And you can't talk about that without Gosha, though. You know,
Yeah,
Goshi's Komodo dragon grandfather.
Yes.
Like gets a partner, I guess, and it's like I think they're like lifelong friends, but yeah, he's just like, he's also a Beastar, they're both Beastars, but
Sure.
is like a super Beastar or something.
Or becomes the Super Beastar, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little more to that, if you want me to interject. So basically, they were both going to attempt to become Beastars. They added an S to it and wanted to be like, they were the ultimate team, best friends forever. And then Gosha fell in love with a wolf.
Oh no!
And he chose the female wolf over his friend. And
It was definitely gay for him.
Yaya is very butthurt about this.
How dare you how dare you pick that lady over me?
But
Me, your
Yeah,
Your
friend.
snooty Will Arnett voiced horse.
It's been like 50 years, and he's still very salty about this.
Yeah,
And then they have the stuff, and then they have a baby who is Lugosi's mother,
Liano.
Liano.
Liano is a hot mess.
Yes.
Who
yeah,
ends up killing herself.
it's one of the saddest
Yeah,
stories.
She's basically
Yeah.
ashamed of being part Komodo
Yes.
dragon.
And so she-
looked beaut-
And so
She
she.
looked beautiful.
Go ahead.
she looked beautiful, and then she started to notice that the venom from Komodo dragons is like affecting her, and like hair is falling out of her. She's like, oh shit, oh
She's
growing
shit.
Started growing scales.
Okay.
Well, growing
yeah.
scales, yeah.
So what happens after
It's like,
that
oh shit.
is
Um,
she basically hooks up with a
Bang
movie
actor.
star. She hooks up with a movie star, has a quick baby, and then kills herself.
Yeah, and the movie star is like purebred
A
gray
little
wolf.
later. A little later.
a little
The
later
child
on,
grows up
Lugosi's
with his
born and all that, and
mother.
it gets
She kills
very
herself on
sad.
Lugosi as well.
And it leaves Mr. Lugosi boy really big depresso.
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, Lugosi is with his grandfather, Komodo Dragon Gosha, and then they somehow were able to, with his friend Jake, not Jake. Yeah.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
I am the character. I'm the character in Beastars, actually.
Yeah. With his friend
Jake as
Jack.
Lugosi and his best friend Jake.
Jake from Beast Cars.
Basically, Lugosi along with his friend Jack, they go to Cherryton Academy. It's a very pretentious and high-ranking school. And,
And they meet the 5, like, the goodest boys who never get talked about in the
room
story.
701.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Room
Or
701
if you're
gang.
mean
The Cherry
and a
Boys.
dumbass, room 107.
None of you viewers will get that because we cut it from the final.
No,
from
we
the
didn't.
final episode.
It's there somewhere.
No, we didn't.
Okay, then after that, some time passes, and a bunny named Haru and
Wait, Tem happens first.
That's my
No.
section.
no, it doesn't. Not yet. I'm talking about something that's in the past, you fucking dorks.
Yeah, Haru's in high school before there's a Tem predation.
Guys, we're 17 minutes into this.
Well,
I know, this is
the
great.
bunny- Listen, let me
Free
explain. Let me fucking explain.
Come on.
Okay.
This is gonna take
Okay. So listen. So Haru, the bunny, is in charge or was helping in the gardening club when a deer by the name of Louis
Lewis.
Shut your goddamn mouth. Anyway,
Lewis.
anyway, he sheds his antlers and he's like, "Don't you fucking tell anyone this happened." It's like,
Shit, we forgot his backstory.
Oh,
yes.
we did.
That's even more important because he's a character
the
that
most
actually
important
Okay.
backstory. Oh god.
Okay,
suck.
going backwards in time, like around the
Oh
around
shit,
the
we also
time.
need to talk about the
Oh,
backstory.
shit, yeah, we did
baby.
that. Oh,
There-
my-
Let me
Basically-
explain. Okay.
Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
no, let's do it.
Yes.
All right. So you gotta know, this series is focused on 3 main characters, for like the first arc, I guess.
And then it's- yeah.
Yeah. So it's Legosi, it's Louis, and it's Haru.
I was trying to Bill.
Legosi is a gray wolf. Haru is a dwarf rabbit. And- Haru is a dwarf rabbit, and Louis is a red deer. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Then so back around the time Legosi's mother died, and like a little after, there is a little deer, a bunny, and another animal. I forgot what.
Alpaca.
His name is Don, and he's an alpaca. You're
An
not doing
alpaca.
this justice. There's
Okay.
also another red
Any-
deer in that cage who is never talked about again.
Okay. And they were forced to live in the back alley market as livestock to be fed to carnivores. They never learned how to read or speak, and then one day, with the deer, the head of the Horns conglomerate, just AKA a giant fucking company, comes down because he wants to get
Because he's
he
an
wants to get a
infernal
son.
bastard.
He's infertile and he can't have a son. So he goes down and he sees the red deer who defended like his friend or something, and he's like,
No,
I
he went
want-
to take one red deer, and Louis stops him because he knows that leaving the cage means death.
yeah, he's like, I will take that child. And so he takes him up, and then first to a room full of carnivores with a knife. He's like, go fucking kill them. And baby's like, no, screw you. I'm gonna put the knife to my
Can
neck.
we just call him number 4 until
Yes,
he
number
actually
4.
gets named?
Yeah, number 4. He grabs his neck and he puts the
He
knife.
grabs
to
his neck and then he knifes it. Nah.
he puts the knife up to his neck, and like Oguma, the name of the freaking person that is buying
Yeah,
Legosi, basically.
Louis.
That's number
Louis.
1.
Not
Pulls him in.
Legosi.
Louis.
Whatever.
There's a difference.
In-
Number 4.
Basically,
It
instead of
pulls him
getting
in.
eaten, he'd kill himself rather than being
Yeah,
eaten
and
by carnivores.
Oguma pulls him
As
in
a
like,
child.
I could see you as someone who would change the world, Louis. And he's given the name Louis afterward, and he's taught how to read and write and all that shit.
And then
And then
forced to become a Beastar in a cutthroat lifestyle.
Okay, and then years pass, and there's the scene in the garden where Louis sheds his antlers. Like, don't you fucking tell anyone this happened. It's like, no. And then Haru's like, no, please come in. I gotta fix that up. And so they, Haru.
There's a little more to that.
I'm
Guys,
just- this
we're
is
20
not
minutes
supposed
into
to be-
this.
Yes, good.
Whatever. We're going to explain this all. We don't care. This will take the entire podcast.
I don't care if this takes 1.5 podcasts. We're getting this done.
This will take
Yes.
3 podcasts at this rate.
Okay, so she takes him to the gardening house, and then they fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're in a relationship. Okay, then now we're all caught up, and now we can get to...
But Louis has a fiance.
Fuck off!
Whatever.
I guess you could say they fuck like rabbits.
Just put that in the back of your head.
We
that
also
Lee has
have
a
to talk
fiancé.
about Melon's parents, who would have gotten
my God.
together.
Shh, we don't need to talk about Melon's parents.
We don't need all the backlore.
Ellen.
We don't need all the backstory.
Okay.
Come on.
You
Now
know,
start with the series.
Now,
hang on.
beginning of
Hang
the
on.
manga,
What happens
hang
if
on.
you open up
What
the
about the
manga?
fucking
Hang on.
Hang on, because I'm ready to go.
Wait.
What about how Legosi and Jack met?
I want to say something. I want to say something.
Okay.
I want to say something. I want to say
Time
something.
out.
I want to say something. Okay, so what was I gonna say? I forgot. Okay. You know, for people who are literally supposed to make the manga into a series, we don't know how to tell the story.
I'm the one that calling you out on missing points.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, Bill. Now
All right.
you can start with the series. The first beginning.
All right.
Halfway into the podcast.
All right. Okay. So this brings us to the very beginning of the story, where we find a guy named Tem who's an alpaca, and he's running away from something. We're not entirely sure what. And he's all mad, and so he's like, "Oh, you're gonna eat me!"
I died. Help! Oh no!
Yeah, Maya's Tem, so she's doing a good job.
You guys are nothing but monsters.
Basically. And so
Did you
He
always
he
want to
gets
eat
friggin'
me?
heated.
You guys are
So-
bored.
Bruh, you
Don't do
can't
that.
eat me,
Everybody's
bruh.
like, and then we get introduced to Lugosi, who's just kind of creepy for like a chapter.
He's
And
an introvert.
everyone's like, "Oh no, Lugosi ate this dude," but we're not gonna say anything about it. So moving right along, Lugosi becomes infatuated with this rabbit because he basically tries to eat her after Tem gets predated, because he's waiting outside of like an auditorium or whatever, and
Because of
Haru
the
shows
play,
up.
because he's part
He's
of the
like-
drama club.
Because
Yo, I'm gonna
Louis-
fucking eat
He's
her,
teaching-
and then he tries to, and then he falls in love with her, and that's basically the whole plot. Thank you.
No,
Oh, wow.
okay.
No, there's more to it. There's
Hold
more
on.
to it.
So, okay. Oh my god. Huh.
All right, Nyx, come on.
Okay.
What you doing,
So-
buddy?
Louis
you
is
doing,
teaching
buddy?
Zoe as an understudy to be a replacement for Tem, because Tem was cast as a major role, and they've got dry rehearsal and dry runs coming up soon. So they chose to sneak out into the theater at night, and that is why Lugosi's there to guard them. However, Haru was being mercilessly bullied the entire day, and just is walking through at night, and then this triggers Lugosi's instincts. He just jumps her and gives her some nasty cuts on her arm, fights this weird shadow wolf of his brain that's his instincts after going all lava ghosty and stuff. That's anime shit. We don't talk about that here. And then the Zoe runs out and he's like, "Oh shit, Louis fell and like somehow broke his entire leg."
Heyo.
From like a
Yeah,
3-foot drop.
I can take over from here. All right. So
Finally.
next up, the next thing that happens is that Louis' leg is fucked. It's like totally fucking broke.
So
But also
fucked.
he's like he's a fucking pretentious bitch. So he's not gonna be like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get my leg fixed at a hospital." He's like, "No, the show must go on. I'm the star actor in this play called Adler, which is about a thing that happens." And then
It's about the Grim Reaper who fell in love with a girl and tries
Yeah,
to
okay,
defend her.
detailed.
Grim Reaper.
Those details are
way too
totally
long.
meaningless. Okay,
They're
so
having a
basically-
play.
Actually,
that's
no.
all.
Adler might not be meaningless because it might be a like weird metaphor for Louis as a character, because almost everyone he grows attached to dies. But that's a different can of worms.
Okay, yes, we're trying to avoid those.
No, tangents are important.
So Louis does a really damn good job on the first performance, and then he fucking passes out at the end, and then he ends up in the hospital, and then he's like, "Fuck, I can't perform anymore," because he's got a fucking broken leg. And so they get this dude named Bill, who's a tiger, and I play him. Hi, and then Bill's like, "Hey, I'm going to use this opportunity." As the lead actor of this to fucking go ham.
Rabbit blood. Woo!
Also, yeah, do that and also prove that carnivores are bold and amazing. And then Lugosi fills in for the spot that Bill was playing, and Bill fucking goes nuts and he drinks rabbit blood, and Lugosi figures it out and he's like, "Oh, no, don't do that. I'm in love with a rabbit." And
Yeah.
Wait, Bill, you skipped over the garden. You skipped over the garden
You
scene.
skipped over the garden.
Let me explain the garden. Okay, so basically, Dom, the canonically gay bird's like, "Hey, Lugosi, can you get these freaking poisonous roses for this freaking thing? Please, yeah, please, thanks." And Lugosi, along with this other character, as like,
Kiwi.
okay, Kiwi, like, okay, sure. And Kiwi knows
Kiwi's
about.
made of Legos.
Yes.
What?
Explain that later. Anyway, they go to the garden. Lugosi's like, "Wait, I recognize that smell. It's the
Bunny
freaking
titties.
rabbit I tried to attack last night. Fuck!"
Yeah. And basically, she tries to fucking have sex with him, and he's like, "Ah!" But also very.
Virgin activate! Turbo Virgin activate!
Wait, Jake, can you give us a demonstration? That wasn't Jake.
Wait, what?
Jake,
Can you give us a demonstration of going like, "Ah!" but quietly?
Okay.
Very good. All right.
okay. Anyway, after that, Lugosi starts getting more feelings for the rabbit.
Yeah, and then the Bill thing happens, and then they're training, and then fucking Lugosi runs on stage after learning that Bill is drinking the rabbit blood, and then Lugosi fucking beats the shit out of him.
Chapter 15!
Yeah. Chapter 15, Warm Proof of Kinship. The last thing you want in your Beastars manga is a bloodthirsty tiger, but as it turns out, that might be what you get.
Damn it! I thought we had an episode.
I had to, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. I almost forgot about that. So basically, Lugosi and Bill become sort of annoyed at each other perpetually.
Bro, you skipped over him scarring his back.
Oh yeah, I did. Fucking Bill. Bill's like,
Bill's
like, "Oh, you think you're the perfect carnivore?" And then he's like, and then Lugosi goes like, and then Bill, he goes like, "Matching stripes from one predator to another," and then he scratches these big old scratches into his back, and it's crazy.
And later on, Louis like, "How fucking dare you spill blood on my stage?" And then they turn around, it's like, "Oh my god, that was the best performance we've ever fucking seen!"
And then Louis just like, "Oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, what do we do? Stay calm." Turns around, pulls them both in like, "Okay, fuckers. I take back everything I said. This was a success. Act accordingly. 3, 2, 1, go."
Yeah.
What
and
happened
then
after that?
So
Wait.
Bill and Lugosi fought on stage and then said it was all intentional.
okay,
wait, can I take for this little next bit?
Yeah.
Because then Legosi's like avoiding eating lunch and shit in the cafeteria. Everyone's talking about him. Some fucks think that he brought a machine gun onto stage or some shit and set Bill on fire. And Jack's just like, Jesus Christ, what are they doing? So he gets egg sandwich, the most important part of this entire series.
The egg sandwich.
The egg sandwich.
The eggs.
And
Behold.
brings it back to Lugosi and is all like, "Yeah, you shouldn't have done that." They were all like, the birth of a dark hero and stupid shit like that. And then he's like, "Oh, well, aw shucks." And he's like, "So are you and Bill like gonna kill each other now or some shit?" And he's like, "What?" Well, obviously it wasn't an act. And then they're all like, just crazy adorable moments. They're walking back to class. And then Jack's like, "You just have been seeming really out of it lately. Like, maybe it's love, and then Legacy just stops on a dime.
This is too detailed.
I'm in
We
love
need
with
to
a
get
rabbit
going.
hole.
Because it's the best scene, motherfucker!
Yeah, but
We are
also
halfway
we
into
need to
this.
move along.
I don't care. Well, even
Okay,
if this takes us
okay,
an hour and 30,
okay.
we're doing it.
Yes, we are.
Oh, boy.
That's
Okay,
gonna take
speed
2
time.
hours.
Speed time! Speed time!
Who cares?
Oh, shit. There's some massive thunder outside.
Okay, so then he teases him about falling in love. He doesn't find out it's a rabbit yet. Then we find out about the Festival of the Meteor for the first time. The drama department is in charge of helping set that up, and the art department has to do the most work. So they're sent out, and this is mostly the carnivores because there's been some predation incidents and some bad shit. And so Bill, Legacy,
Tao,
Alba, and Tao.
who are characters that you don't really need to know.
Tao
Yeah.
and Keith are great. Shut up. Anyways,
This is still my arc. Okay, so basically, they go and get lunch, and then they accidentally stumble upon this place called the Black Market or the Back Alley Market.
Man?
What? Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Wait, you forgot Juno.
Oh yeah, you forgot about Juno.
Who cares about Juno? Who fucking cares?
I simp for Juno.
Juno's bullshit.
Juno,
Come
we'll
on.
explain Juno afterwards. All right,
Juno
I'll
get
get
this.
this
sucks
out of the
ass.
way.
She doesn't matter.
Okay.
The main
Okay,
plot point,
basically,
come on.
so they find this place called the Black Market or the Back Alley Market. There's like 4 names for it. So
That's where Louis was.
that's
when
where
he was a
Louis
child.
was. Yeah. And so basically they sell meat there, and the Lugosi finds this dude who's like selling his fingers for money, like so you can eat the fingers. And then yeah, it's like, you want to eat my finger? It'll be
got
30,000
nice
yen.
Kid, take it off in one bite.
Yeah, and then this like,
And Bill's
And
just
then-
like, I'm not.
yeah, he's like, yeah, give me money, please. Let's do this.
Oh my God.
Share the
We can share
finger.
the finger.
Y'all are becoming
It's like a
robots.
chicken wing.
And-
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and then Lugosi's mad, and then he runs off, and then he gets kidnapped by a big panda dude.
Mr. Panda.
Big Panda Daddy.
Gohin.
Mr. Pandad.
Panda.
I regret saying that the moment I said it.
Panda,
So-
pan.
Pandad is like, you're meat drunk. You ate meat. That's why you passed out. And he just slaps the shit out of Lugosi for talking back. Who's muzzled and tied to a bamboo post, gets a mugshot taken, and he's just completely fucking calm because it's Lugosi. He's weird as shit. So they drink bamboo tea, which apparently tastes awful, and he's just talking about Haru and how it's like, I want to develop a relationship. And he's like, you're a dumbass. That's the first thing they all say. But I'm getting better. That's the second thing. So
And then they give him a.
And then he's like, here. And he gives them Wild Kick, the bunny porno.
Yeah, he gets.
He's like, if you jack up to this and you like it, you're just a kid with a fetish. If you don't, then you're, well, just want to eat her. And he runs off like, that's silly and stupid, but he still took the magazine. That's a setup for later. So anyways, Jack finds the magazine.
Oh.
It's
Hey!
like, I will
Yeah.
love and accept you no matter what you do, and what you like, be it wolves, guys, rabbits, and then he gets fucking tackled.
And then
He was-
Lugosi definitely beats the shit out of Jack. No, not
no,
really.
he does
Yeah,
not.
no,
That
he does
happened
not.
earlier, but you skipped it.
What? Oh
They
yeah.
fought in kindergarten. Remember?
Oh yeah, chapter 51.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Well, whatever. Okay, so fast forward to the meteor festival. They're setting it up.
Actually, there's some shit before that.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, now we have.
We are 40 minutes into this.
Good.
I know we're 40 minutes into this, but even if this takes 2 hours, we're going to
We're
explain
doing
the
this.
entirety of
We're
the
doing
Yes,
story.
we're doing this for Morgan's sake.
Yeah, they made the decision to come in here with no knowledge. They have to own up to it.
Okay,
So anyways, there's some funny interactions with the rabbit. She's getting bullied. They go and eat dinner because he steps up. There's also this Harlequin rabbit. She doesn't fucking matter. Just ignore her. Anyways, they eat dinner and then they make eye contact and things start. They like, oh, I like him.
okay, and
So-
then
First day of festival planning. shit's
Lugosi's
going
doing
like
shit.
yeah, Lugosi's doing shit, and then I believe it's either the first or the second time.
There's a
that
power
he's
outage
seen-
the second time.
Yeah, power outage is the second time. The first time
Is the one he smears paint on his
Yeah,
face like,
he
"Haru,
like
I love you."
crushes all of the paint in his hands because he sees Louis like Haru's smiling in a way that she never did at Lugosi to Louis, and he's just like, I love her. And it's like neat. I believe this is when they ride the train together? Or is that next time?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
whatever.
they ride a train, get chased away by cops because they had an argument, and it's like, no, they're gonna eat him. And then they hide in the bathroom stall. He just doesn't touch her because he's minding her personal space like the true virgin he is. And
Okay, and then second day happens. There's
Second
a
day.
blackout.
big ass power outage. Fucking bear is way too protective. Sorry.
Anyway, Lugosi tries to find Haru, and she's like, Louis.
She calls out Louis when and it's awkward, and she feels really bad about it.
And then she gets kidnapped.
Oh yeah, and then she gets
That's-
kidnapped by
yeah.
some of the best fucking characters.
Not yet, though.
Not yet.
though. Okay.
Panda has to kill all of them that don't.
Fuck,
matter
we're not at all close to present day.
Whatever.
No, we're
we'll
not.
continue. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Lugosi goes and meets up with Gohan. Like, my friend
Yo,
has
he
been
goes
kidnapped.
he tries to get Louis to go with him. Jacks the shit out of Louis for saying no. Tries to find out information in the back alley market. Is about to get fucking skinned, and then Panda just shows up with a crossbow.
Panda.
and a machine gun,
there.
and
Panda.
And then they're like, "Oh, you're going to the Shishigumi? You better not freaking do
You
it."
don't go
Alright,
there
I'm
and
Oh
coming
yeah.
along with
By
you.
the
Just,
way,
he does not. Okay, wait.
you didn't
What's
even
the
say the. You
Shishigumi?
didn't even say the name. The Shishigumi are basically the Yakuza. Carry on.
Yeah. Wait,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
one of
okay.
the
It
Whatever.
translates to Lion Yakuza, basically.
Okay, whatever. Going's like, don't you dare go to that place, but I'm going to go with you anyway, because I don't want you to die. And then they go to it, and then they start this huge ass fight.
It's really sick. It has like mariachi music in the anime.
And they get up to the top. Lugosi fights the
Chief Lion.
Chief Lion, who wanted to eat Haru because
And was like super pervy about it. Like not even
Yeah.
hiding it, just
And
super
who apparently
pervy
doesn't
about it.
have any other name than Chief Lion.
yes, and then
Isn't it Sony?
Lugosi beats no, that's the lion that aims the gun at Lugosi.
Ah.
But anyway, Lugosi goes there, beats him to death, beats him to close to death, grabs Haru, jumps off the window and runs away. But then the Chief Lion gets up, points a gun at Lugosi, like, I ain't gonna let you get away.
Oh shit,
Then-
we forgot about Louis pinning Bill down.
It doesn't matter
Yeah,
because
okay.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't show up in the anime.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
shut
and
up, it does
Basically,
matter.
Louis points a gun at Bill, and it's my favorite part.
yeah, points a gun at Bill, and then later he points a gun at Chief Lion, like, you're not gonna
Beg
attack
for
my
your
friend.
life.
Beg for your life, and then shoots him. The Shishigumi come up like, and he goes, "I'm livestock number 4."
I'm number 4.
Fucking
I'm
eat
fucking
me.
insane.
And then then Lugosi and Haru's like, "Oh well, we can't go back to the school. It's too late."
So they go to a love
Trains are
hotel.
and they
Go to a love hotel
and
and
go to a love hotel.
nothing.
And then they don't
happens.
fuck.
And then they
Yeah,
don't fuck.
nothing
'Cause
happens,
Haru
literally
tries
nothing.
to get eaten.
Once
Fucking
again,
Haru tried to
mood
get
Legoshi
kill.
big
Side
virgin
Legoshi.
energy.
Fucking mood kill.
Oh! And Lugosi says that he's in male mode, so.
Oh
that's
yeah,
a fun-
male mode is the most important part of that interaction.
Yes.
So anyways,
okay.
after this, they make it back to school.
Wait,
also,
I don't
Jack
get
tries
that.
Jack tries covering for Lugosi along with the rest of the 701 boys,
Yeah.
but they just fucking can't because he's got like how to be
Yeah.
friends with small animals. And
He also
she's
has got a porn
um,
mag.
and then there's this there's this where this wolf called Juno that
Mm,
barely gets
this
any
what?
action
He's
right
a
now.
This
bitch.
werewolf?
What are
And
you
then-
saying? You're
and
breaking up
then
real bad, buddy.
Stuff
for
happened.
close to the mic.
Stuff happened, and like they go to the meteor festival. Juno's like, "Hey, Lugosi, I loved you. Can you come up to the stage?" He's like, "No," and he walks
rabbit.
away and follows.
Well,
the
no,
rabbit
he straight
up
up
the thing.
he straight up gets like a spotlight shined on him and like, come to the stage. We need to celebrate how great carnivores are. He's like, carnivores suck though. and then she's like, I want you to be my like lover light a candle with me, because if you light a candle with a meteor, it's supposed to be like forever happy, love, stupid bullshit. Haru's all sad and depressed, goes up to the city overlook, Legacy follows her, season 1 fucking ends.
Okay, now it's my turn.
I love you. Now we're
When Rin shows up.
Hang on, it's my turn now. Okay, so chapter 50. Legoshi and Haru break up.
No,
We also find out. No, that is what happened.
Except
also,
they don't.
No,
Also, hang on.
not yet.
No, they technically do. Also, Louis kind of ran away. That's something that they didn't touch upon. He ran away
Yeah, he became the
after.
leader of
and join the Shishigumi.
Yeah, he also
He
joined the
became the fucking
Shishigumi.
leader.
Became the leader because of
Fuck it.
something. I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, he was going to shoot himself because his backstory and all that. Because the Shishigumi want to make him boss, and so instead of shooting, they knocked him out, made him boss, and then he ate meat, which is pretty important. He ate meat. That's very bad. We're back to Legoshi. Something with Juno. It doesn't really matter. I'm skipping forward. I don't need to talk about that. Do I need to talk about that?
Ibuki's the best character.
Well, no,
Wait.
we're not even at that point. We're still on
Okay, well-
do I even need to talk about Rokume? I'm not talking about Rokume.
Well, yeah. Well, you
Okay,
kind of
let's
have
just say
to because they
there's
do
a
set up
snake.
some
They
point.
don't have legs or arms. They get
So
They
anyways,
show up once.
now
And she gives him
find
important
Tim's
information.
killer.
Find
Tim's
Tim's killer.
yeah, so now that's the point of the entire arc, is finding Tim's killer. Now we go back to Louis because Louis now the leader and he's a badass. He eats meat. He doesn't like eating meat. He doesn't like smoking, and so he almost barfs. He gets given a salad by Ibuki, which is the best character.
Fucking Ibuki.
For Patrick's sake.
And then Juno shows up at the front door. Then Louis and Juno go on a little talkity talk, dance a bit. I think, I don't know. I've completely they do a dance. I'm skipping through the manga like crazy. So
Because we forgot a bit. Juno pins Louis down after
No,
drama
we
one
didn't.
day. Yes,
Yeah,
We don't need
we
that.
forgot. We
It's not
forgot.
important.
No, it's where she declares she wants to also be Beastar. Damn it!
yeah, but that
Okay,
never comes up.
There, when does that happen?
It also starts building the social.
So
No,
anyways,
who his
because
killer
we're
is.
explaining
How?
everything
So-
up to the point.
So
How?
anyways,
we're summarizing the entire manga. How?
So anyways, we're back hang on. We're back at Legoshi. He's in the male's locker room. He's trying to find out who killed Tim, and then Pina comes along. Don't talk about anything, Argent. Pina comes along. He should be a she, to be honest. She goes screws over and is a jerk. Declares himself that he's the new Louis, and that's the end of the chapter.
He pisses off all the carnivores trying to get a rouse out of him, trying to find out who the killer is on his own.
He's
Sure.
a Kamida character.
Sure.
Let
Yes,
him
he
make it
is.
last time.
And so next chapter, what happens next chapter? Oh yeah, next chapter. Bill asks if Legoshi fucked. He didn't.
Oh yeah, all the carnivores are just like 10 carnivores. Fuck.
I think that's all that happened on that episode. I'm gonna have to skip
That's
ahead.
all. And
Oh yeah,
Freeze goes,
then Legoshi
Freeze
gets
goes.
beat up
They
behind.
also introduced a bunch of characters, including a bear character. They called
They're
Reese, but they
redacted.
spelled
His
it
name is
incorrectly.
redacted.
Or is it
Instead of
Reese?
R-I-Z, it was R-H-Y, like S or something.
Yeah, that's Reese.
yeah,
but
Reese.
we don't fucking know because it's spelled like Riz now.
So anyways, then he gets behind the school doing who knows what. Gets completely shut down, slammed against
By
the
the
wall
big
by a
green-
mysterious
Got it.
figure. Kisses that mysterious
Oh, yeah.
figure.
French kisses them, and
Yeah.
this is vitally important.
Yeah, and then we get the saddest chapter of season 2, which is chapter 61, where Jack gets a call from Legoshi, follows his scent, and then just breaks down after seeing Legoshi so broken. Legoshi then leaves. Legoshi then leaves, which is very sad. Jack gets very sad. Legoshi dries himself off and then goes to Goheen's.
Jack's depression.
You ready to portray emotion, Nick?
Oh,
Okay, so what
Yeah,
happens
right,
after
Nick.
that?
fucking
Oh, yeah.
onion chapter. Like,
Then-
oh my god, this is gonna be hell.
Okay, and then Legoshi gets his hair cut, which is vitally important. He gets his hair cut in order to
Goheen,
train.
Like, wraps him into a BDSM chair and cuts all his hair.
Yeah, and he basically has his freaking nails clipped or whatever. He nothing happens. He basically turns into a Mr. Training Machine and tries to train to fight Riz, or to fight the killer. At this point, we don't know that it's Riz. He goes to the back alley market. He meets up with Louis. No one knows that it's Louis no one knows that it's Legoshi except Louis. Then the Shishigumi get into an encounter with what's called the Madaragumi. They're not important. They never really show up again. Legoshi runs off. Louis gets super sad. Legoshi touches meat, and I mean touches the meat.
And he doesn't feel any want to eat.
Yeah. Then buries the meat. Then catches a punch and.
Gotta remember Matsan.
And then meets up with Juno.
Oh.
To look at the inside of her mouth, which is very wacky. She leaves again, and I don't think she comes back after that. He then goes around trying to find out the spit of other people because he French kissed the killer. So he tries to figure it out, and what happens is he eventually gets before that, he eventually gets to the point where he starts working with Gohin to capture wild animals. That's very important. For some reason, Gohin decides to slap a muzzle on him, and now he's Batman. Okay.
And he uses all thought strength.
I'm still going. I can do this. This is taking me way too long. Okay, so what happens after this? Nothing. Nothing happened.
Yes. No, there's one important bit. The whole water bottle thing that we found out after, but technically happened before. And
wait, no. Wait, no. There's something important before that.
Lego Kibi.
Yeah, it's okay. So what happens is we're in the theater club, and all of a sudden Tao and Kibi are just playing along. Tao rips off Kibi's arm.
Fucking like Lego Chewbacca. Lego Chewbacca.
Like a Lego.
We come to a very, very fucking weird thing.
Very tense scene. Very spooky.
Apparently, you can just sew on arms back together and they work.
And so Legoshi and Riz decide to take Kibi to the hospital, and at the door to the hospital, Legoshi just drops the bombshell that Riz is the killer.
Let him talk.
And so now Riz is the killer. Riz knows that, and so what he decides to do is rip the walls. Pina comes in, decides that she just can't wait anymore.
Let Nick talk. Nick knows more about Pina than you. All right, Nick.
And so the three of them made a decision not to talk about anything, and Pina declares it a victory for justice, which Riz doesn't like. Then there's the flashback scene that doesn't need to happen.
Legoshi gets his number. No, what?
Yeah, Legoshi gets his number, gets a pen that he sniffs.
So
meets up with Louis.
There's a little more to how he figured out he was the killer, and it's also because Kibi only let Legoshi take him because he trusted Legoshi, and then his arm was just laying there, and he asked any of the carnivores to do it, and the only one to act was Riz, because he was desensitized. Big brain.
Okay, so Legoshi meets up with Louis. I forgot how because I didn't look through the entire chapter. Louis backstabs Legoshi, captures him with the rest of the Shishigumi with guns to the back of his head. Very, very cool scene. I recommend just looking at it just because of that. We find out that interracial clubs or interspecial clubs will be suspended. That prompts backlash from all the clubs. Another scene. We jump to Kibi, and Tao is on the other side of the room with a pair of flowers, very, very sad. Kibi tells Tao to touch his hand. He refuses. Then Kibi says again, touches it. The hand moves, and it's the most beautiful face of Tao that I've ever seen, because Tao is just astonished that things can work like that. Because now his arm works and nothing's wrong.
Wow. And now it goes into backstory. It goes into backstory about This is when we finally learn about Gosha, really.
No. We still got a bit.
Right, you still do got a bit.
We got a bit.
Back and explains everything about Riz on Riz's side or whatever.
Right, it explains Riz's side and then the moth.
Hang on. What happens next is Legoshi says that he's going to try and eat insects to feel alive, because he can't eat meat because I guess Haru or something. He eats an insect, immediately goes into a coma, and and has a hallucination about a moth, a huge moth who teaches him about the respect for life.
Yeah.
Instantly regrows his hair, has a horny dream about Haru. Something else with the moth. Meets up with Haru, proposes. Wait, is that the proposal scene? No, it's not. Anyways,
All that happens in there eventually. Move on.
I'm trying my best. Then there's the fight with Legoshi and Riz inside of the male's locker room. We find out that Riz is taking strength inhibitors because bears are forced to. Legoshi fights, Riz fights. I don't think anyone wins, to be honest.
No one really wins.
And then we find out about Gosha. We find out that Legoshi's grandpa is a Komodo dragon, and it's very, very crazy. Side story.
Stuff happened, blah 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 blah. Backstory stuff.
Backstory stuff.
And they also give a date. They give a date of when their fight is going to happen.
Yeah,
the 31st.
Then Legoshi and Louis meet up again. This time at a bar where Legoshi cross dresses. That's all that happens.
You skipped the best. Wait, fuck! You guys skipped the.
What
did I skip?
You skipped chapter 87.
What was 87?
Which one is that?
The best peanut chapter in the entire manga.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but my image is failing to reload. My images are failing to reload. I will screen share to show you that I can't see it.
Summary of 87. Peanut's with one of his many girlfriends, calls her by the wrong name. She gets pissed. He goes to the restroom. Riz is in there. He's like, can't be next to a killer. Riz decides to just suck on his fingers because they smell like honey. And then it's into a practice rehearsal where they're doing a modified version of Adler, where Pina is the one that Juno Adler was falling in love with. And normally he's like super aloof. No one expects him to do well. And he, because of his most recent experience with Riz, gives one of the most heartfelt versions of the performance that has ever been mustered, to the point that Dom is fucking speechless and drops an entire ass can of paint. Great chapter to fucking skip.
Again,
Apparently.
My images won't load. I'm trying to go through this entire thing while trying to explain it while frantically clicking next page. So anyways, chapter 90. We get to the fight. We get to the fight. It's New Year's Eve. We find out that Riz has some sort of blood on him. It's very spooky. It turns out to be Pina's blood. Pina is alive, not dead.
Yeah.
Pina is alive.
Pina is totally dead. They killed him off in that chapter.
Legoshi goes into male mode, but not in the sex way. Those two fight.
He does decide to just pose like a fucking French girl halfway through the fight.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say Legoshi and Louis. Hang on. I'm getting there. Whenever Louis and Legoshi were talking, whenever Legoshi was cross-dressing, Legoshi told Louis to meet him at that area where they're fighting on New Year's Eve. Louis says no, and then immediately tries to quit the Shishigumi. In doing so, Ibuki and Free decide to take a little drive. In that drive, there's a very tense scene where they go into a very, very dark tunnel, which we find out at this time herbivores can't see through, but carnivores can. At this point, we get very scared. Louis points a gun at Ibuki, and Ibuki tries to eat Louis. Ibuki gets shot in the back by Free. Louis is very sad, and that's it.
We also find out that lions can precognate their fucking deaths.
Yeah,
because that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't really come up again.
It wasn't even intentional, and he asked Free to shoot him, and it was it's just really fucking sad.
and then Free said to Louis, if he sees him in the back alley again, he'll eat him alive. That comes up later, I promise. Louis then leaves the back alley market, not for the last time, to go and help Legoshi in his fight against Riz. In this fight, a bunch of moths show up that apparently aren't hallucinations.
Wait a minute, guys.
Then Legoshi smack punches Riz.
Could that have been the first instance of imaginary chimera?
Shut up.
Probably.
No, but legitimately, it could have been.
Shut up.
Probably.
then the two of them keep on fighting. Legoshi gets scared, runs in, and then Legoshi French poses.
And then they vibe.
And then they vibe for like a good 15 minutes and
blah
then
blah blah. More fight happens. Then
And then we go
back
like at the end of Arc 2.
I'm not done. I'm not
Oh my
done.
God,
Hang
hurry
on.
up!
We have 3
I know,
minutes for
I know.
100 chapters.
I know. I'm trying my best. Lugosi throws Riz's sweater over him, runs away with Louis, comes back, but we find out that Lugosi has eaten Riz's foot.
Okay,
Riz, you
Riz's
mean
foot? Louis's foot. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best.
that had the number 4 branded on it because Louis begged him to do so he wouldn't die in this fight, and he cries, and it's the first time we've seen Louis cry, and it was like really emotional. And then Lugosi looks like a fucking badass
because now he's eaten meat for the one and only time.
And then Pina breaks himself out because he's no fucking damsel and calls the police, ruining everything for Lugosi's life for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, you've actually gotten that right. You've gotten that straight on.
Woo!
That is straight on.
They fight, police come in, they arrest them, and now it's on to my shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're on to chapter 5. Or not
Did
chapter
we
5.
miss... Oh,
We're on chapter 99,
the whole
basically.
reason that he killed Tem is because he wanted to be off his strength suppressants because he was really good friends with Tem and he wanted to show Trem his true self. And then he accidentally kind of did what Tao did to Kibi to him, and then he ran off, and then that led to him eating him.
We have 2 minutes.
No, we don't. We have another hour.
Yeah, we will continue on. Okay, so chapter 99 happens. You are now a predator. You are now a predator. You've eaten meat. You've eaten meat and been arrested for it. You cannot do these certain things. You cannot marry herbivores. You can't go to certain places that are like run by herbivores or like schools where herbivores and carnivores like are in the same are same. So and they're like, oh well, now you can't actually go back to Cherryton because that's a school that they both are in. So they're like, okay, oh no. So Lugosi leaves. Chapter 100, it seemingly starts with a new character named Sabun, who's this not bunny. She's this sheep. And she works for this company, and she's
not that important.
Well,
she actually kind of is for a little bit.
Yeah,
just a wee bit there.
She's treated very badly at her workplace, and stuff happens. Lugosi appears little bit later on because of a train thing, and then they go like, oh, you're moving to this place, okay, here's your neighbor, and it's Lugosi. And Lugosi has moved to this condo called the Hidden Condo, and that's where he's going to live while he works and stuff like that. Lugosi just tries to go through a normal life because, well, he can't marry Haru. He's stuck doing all this, and he's got to get a life or whatever. Later on, there's this drink that's been going around that's like, oh, carnivores should drink this because it boosts your abilities or whatever, and it's actually with like it's animal blood and stuff like that.
You know what I missed?
They're called hyper drugs.
I missed the hyper drugs.
Oh shit! Yeah, we forgot hyper drugs.
My God, I
That's
suck.
an entire
They never come back.
Story. But it's like the main part, like Ibuki was sold 2 hyper drugs, and like
Oh my God!
Ibuki's dead now, so let's carry on.
Okay, yeah. So the hyper drugs, that happened. Lugosi beats him up, and then this weird horse character's like, who's this character? Who's this person? And it's like, oh, this is Lugosi, sir. And he's the grandson of this Gosha, and it's like, oh, that's my partner, and like a bunch of shit happens.
My heterosexual life partner.
And so Lugosi gets an invitation and a bunch of freaking food stuff from Yaya. That's the horse's name. They come to the police building. Come to the top floor. What?
Oh, they were from Yaya.
Right. Sorry, I'm misremembering. That's my beat.
Yeah, they're from Yaya, and so he goes up to the top, and what happened was so you're this person who did all that? Like, yes. Like, oh, I ate my friend's foot. Oh, and then Yaya gets kind of creepy because it's like, it shows that he uses the people he has killed as fertilizer for the carrots he eats.
You are jumping all over the place.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. The 500.
I think we need to jump around a little more because we're running low on time.
No, we aren't. We got another hour.
No, we don't.
Yeah. So, whatever. Basically, what happens is, use the carrots thing. Lugosi pulls out all his teeth and saying he doesn't need his fangs.
All the teeth. All of them. Don't eat them. And then he goes to fucking Panda. Because, of course.
And then Panda's like, oh, here's some teeth I made you.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
What?
and then they're like, here's some teeth. You need them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, I don't need them. And then he puts them on, like, oh, okay. And then,
I think this is the introduction of
characters
Melon.
yeah, well,
Right! Melon's
124.
Yeah.
He came in with the bloodbone drug. Kind of.
Yeah.
No, he came into the test at the test
Yeah,
trade.
there's more. They
Shit,
show off-
Zogwan!
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
about to start talking
Ron
about.
doesn't matter.
No, it does. It
Zogwan
actually
fucking
does.
matters!
He matters.
Okay,
He matters more than
listen,
Pina.
okay. So they meet.
You can shut your whore mouth!
Everyone, please let me speak so I can tell the story. So they meet. So hidden condo residents are shown up, and there's one named Zaguan. There's one named Zaguan, and he's a seal, and you can also speak in sea speak, which is the language that fish and stuff speak. And basically, yeah, there's all shit about that. Anyway, so they become friends. Zaguan's naked because
Customs.
normal for Zaguan. And then later on, we're introduced to this character who's eating melons, and they're making the shishigumi that primarily ate meat to eat melon, and they're like, what? And then we introduce.
That's
No,
not
I
whenever
got
we're
that.
introduced.
Not-
We're introduced
no.
at the tusk,
Whoa.
dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
he kills
he's-
an elephant.
We
he
suck.
is a therapist and also a history teacher, somehow.
Well, yeah. Well,
Some
okay.
could say a gazelle with fangs.
Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do.
So okay. We meet a therapist, and he's in charge
He's got a
of like
big
taking
ass
care of these
fucking
elephants.
syringe.
And he's like, "Oh, I just need to inject you with this." He's like, "Oh, okay." And it pans, like the manga thing pans down. You see a bunch of skeletons, and then Yaya breaks in like,
He's got a fucking
you're
sniper.
like, yeah, like you're eating all these people." And it's like, "Ah, screw you," and gets away.
Pretty sure he's just selling the ivory.
What
he's selling the
species is melon? Did you
Melon
even
is a
try?
hybrid.
Yeah,
Melon-
you can't eat me. Well, excuse me for trying to rush this explanation.
Melon's important. He's taken up half the fucking manga by this point.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Fucking rat bastard that he is.
You know what, Nyx? You explain it.
Fucking I will.
Maybe we
Okay.
should just
Buckle up.
maybe we should just
Sit
say that
down.
we failed
Right.
to
Okay. So Melon's a war
explain it in an
Okay.
hour.
Okay.
and he's also a cheetah, and we're not sure
He's a
why. And then also, so like he's insane, and since
very
the
insane.
hybrid,
Okay.
he's lost
Take
all.
Joker.
He has no sense
Take
of taste.
Take
Take
Joker,
Joker from Batman.
and make him a little bit more insane, and also like
A
just-
little.
a lot more. He stabs himself because that's the only emotion he can feel. Out the edge, I know, but like, bear with me here. Haru is in college. She has taken a break from, well, being with Lugosi for a while because he left. He was not telling her everything because he couldn't exactly tell her about the predation offense. I believe his birthday rolls around at this point.
Yeah, and he turns the 18.
Yeah. He turns 18, and then Haru remembers, and she goes to find him, and they just reconcile and talk about everything. Oh shit, we forgot about Erdo.
We don't care about
Side
Erdo.
stories. Side stories.
One of
Side
her-
stories.
One of her
Fuck
funny
off.
friends.
If you want to hear about Erdo, watch fucking Kamui
Kamui
Miracle.
Miracle! Anyways, so
Wait,
he meets up with her,
who's-
and then
who's-
Haru and Lugosi spend his birthday together, and he tells her everything about eating Louis' foot, about the predation offense, about the back alley market, and then she's like, I don't want any secrets between us anymore, so I want you to take me to the back alley market. Dun dun dun! So they go to the back alley market, just really whack. She's just taking it all in. They go to a shop that's really like nice and preserving the bodies of rabbits.
Yeah, they make out there, I think.
No, they don't. Remember, this is Turbo Virgin Lugosi.
They don't fucking kiss
She
until
tries
like
to kiss him.
186 or something.
She tries to kiss him, and he stops her by bringing up how he does not have like enough funds to support the relationship, and just stupid shit like that. Like,
Turbo Virgin.
come on, Lugosi. Okay. Did we talk about Zagwan and Sea-Speak? I think we talked about
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Zagwan and Sea-Speak.
So the whole thing about the sea is they don't care about death. They think it's natural because rebirth and shit. So
Yeah, they believe in
at one
reincarnation.
point, they just vibe naked together, and Sebin walks in. That was funny.
What?
That was funny.
That was funny. Shit. I'm trying to think
Where
here.
are we at
There's.
now?
Oh! I think we're at where Gosha visits.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're at where Gosha visits. They have a nice time. We find out that Komodo dragons are super, and most venom sandals.
Wait,
they have
wait.
similar-
Wait, we missed the gimp, the mask place.
Oh, right. So, Mask Place. Lugosi and Yahya go to try and find Melon, and it's basically a giant sex club where everyone's drinking, wearing masks to hide their identities, and it's basically LGBTQ gone wild, but also Karna Herbie, and that's just what it is. I'm not wrong. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lugosi gets felt up.
Oh,
Yes,
we forgot another
that-
thing. We forgot
and
probably
that
the
also-
most important thing that so far. Remember the fork in hand?
Right! Agata! Oh my god!
We
No!
suck at this.
We forgot Agata! Okay, so Shishigumi's got a lot of members. They're all really nice. Agata's the youngest. He is adorable and great. And Melon's abusive and an asshole.
And stabs his hand with a fork.
Stabs his hand with a fork. Fucking bastard.
Also, the thing that we talked about last time, that spawned a giant discussion on the Beastars server.
Not
about-
or not. And a man, if you want editor, there I have the fucking screenshot, did an entire like analytical essay of that one panel plus an omake from Paru that says they all have human genitalia. Enough said. That is important, but not really at all.
Oh,
so we're
okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna
Maya
have to cut
brought
this
up-
short. Hang on. and
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put the finale on this because we don't need to go any further.
We
All
are
I'm
like
saying is-
an hour and 10 in.
Yeah, I know.
Hour and 10, we
so
can go
basically-
hour and 30.
Basically,
Okay, who cares?
what
We
happens?
can keep going.
Yeah.
Okay,
was the one
but
that said it.
Helping us.
yeah, dude, people. Okay, whatever. Fucking go for it.
Okay.
Maybe we
Tell me if I forget anything, but
we
still,
could
we get a
just
lot more
admit
info.
that we have failed to read
No, we
like
have not failed. We
thou-
are doing this.
It's a 1,900-page manga. What the? What are you expecting? Reading it in
doing
1
this.
hour is like,
Well, whenever we
Okay.
spent 30 minutes on like 50 chapters.
yeah.
Well, we're almost done because it all just mashes together now.
Well, then go on.
Okay, so it was around this point that Gosha meets up with him. We find out that venomous animals are treated like shit, and apparently have xenomorph fucking blood acid for venom. Okay, part of biology is a wonderful thing. We're not going to talk about it yet, and so they get harassed by some birds who are being all assholes. And they're like, "You want to fight?" And Lugosi's just like, "Fuck it, fine." And then they go to fight in the alley, and they go to pick on Lugosi, and then Gosha goes all like super badass mode because they tried to harm his grandson, and they all just have a nice night after that. And right before he drives off, he's like, "By the way, I love a dwarf rabbit," and just why bombshell now? So that's,
Okay, I'll take it from here. All right.
Please do.
So,
my voice is tired.
Lugosi is really interested in Melon because Melon's a hybrid, and Lugosi's like, I want to make babies with Haru, and this is what my children is gonna be like. So, after finding Melon at this mask party, he like lets him go and starts walking with him, and then Melon fucking shoots him.
With the gun that Yahya gave him.
Yes. Okay. But so Lugosi goes into coma. He talks to his ghost mom. It's kind of sad. Then his ghost mom just kind of disappears.
That if Lugosi dies, he will straight fucking kick his ass until he cannot like exist. So
Okay.
Ghost is a great character.
Yeah, he is great. Okay, so basically, and then Lugosi becomes a good relationship with Haru's dad, and so that's nice. And then something happens, and then another thing happens, and then Melon's on the loose again. So they're like, "What the fuck is happening to Melon?" And they're trying to find him again, but it's hard to do because he's a gazelle. When he's not, when he's wearing a surgical mask, he's a gazelle, and when he's not, he's freaky and scary. And then they meet this guy who's a civet cat, and he likes hybrid animals, and he like poops coffee, and that's basically all he does.
About the shark.
I forgot a lot of things. I know.
Okay, so if we're doing this, we gotta do it.
Do we though? Do we really?
Yes, Phil.
Why?
I have Before you beat each other up, I have one question.
What?
Who's Kai?
Okay, I'll take it from here. We then find out that Melon is also a professor, and decides with Haru that Haru will be eaten at like New Year's or something. It doesn't really matter because it seems to have absolutely no plot development after that. We get more scenes with Melon. Then Haru and Lugosi meet up again. Lugosi has a tattoo now, which the other people forgot to go over, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's literally just like
it's how they were finding Melon. Is they found out the sadistic sloth because he liked pain gets Melon tattoos over all his leopard spots. Neat. And that's how he runs into the Shishigumi for the first time. And then they tie him to a chair with cement on his feet and say, if you make it out of the water, we will talk with you. They kick him, and there's like, is he pouting? No, he's holding his breath. And then he speaks, I'm friends with a spotted seal, and the shark like carries him onto land because fucking plot armor. Yes. And oh my god.
Yeah.
Haru just ceases existing for a good period of time. Louis' dad fucking dies. And
I'm sorry? That's like way later.
Fuck.
That's
Dude,
like
honestly,
5 chapters ago.
I've been rambling for an hour and a half.
Okay, so anyways, now we're back to Haru and Lugosi in Lugosi's little apartment thing. Lugosi thinks that he ate Haru, turns completely white. That's all that happens. Haru's fine.
There's a
then we get the history lesson with Jack, which is like the best chapter ever. We then get backstory on Louis, which is also really good.
You missed him committing attempted suicide. You did forget about Jack attempting to kill himself.
I forgot about
that. Wait.
You can't like skip characters trying to kill themselves.
Wait, guys. We missed the part where Lugosi breathes on chapter.
Oh my god, you're right. That's so important.
It's so important.
Okay, but Jack tried to
have an aneurysm.
Jack like legitimately trying to kill himself.
End this.
Who's Kai?
15 minutes over.
Okay, so
why else is it more important shit?
Anyways, where was I? I don't even know.
Okay, Jack tried to off himself. He's info dumps us about life animals, that the shit I went over earlier, and whale. Then we see the whale like is talking to Yahya. Okay.
Okay, so now let's get back to the actual entire arc, which, to be honest, has been doing absolutely nothing within the past couple of episodes. We find out that during a what's called a what was it called, like a race rally or something, and in the back alley market, all the different yakuzas light a torch with their blood, and whoever stenches the largest wins control of the black market.
But wait.
I missed Q.
Oh my god.
We forgot. Okay.
Q doesn't matter.
Okay, so Louis tries to sneak into back alley market to figure out more about Melon and stuff, and Free sees him and is about to eat him because we said we'd get back to that. But then his antlers fell out, and he's like, "I've never seen this deer before," And then they all just have a great time. Then Melon shows up, and Louie's hiding and being terrified. And then eventually he tries to sneak back into the back alley market by putting like a million yen sign on his back like he's selling himself. And then Lugosi runs into him and he's like, God fucking damn it, this wolf. And then they go to the tower where Louis was kept when he was a child, and they get ambushed by a rabbit and an alpaca. And the rabbit's able to summon a fucking stand.
Yes.
Stando da.
Ultimate chimeras, they're kind of useless
And
at
then
the moment.
Yeah, they happen twice.
Stand, and it's this weird rabbit wolf fucking like
Hybrid.
it looks like a hybrid, just not the best interpretation of one.
Okay,
and
so
they're never used again. And
Okay,
Son is
Okay,
now,
now we're done with that. We can go back to the.
now we're going back to the race thing that is actually important.
Take that.
So
Like
there's
all the lead up for, and the Louis blood bag to make the torch for.
yes, that's why I need
my
to talk
God.
about this.
Good.
Come on. Okay, so there's a war in the back alley market every now and then where different yakuzas, the shishigumi, the dokugumi, which are lizards, the inarigumi, which are foxes, the madaragumi, which are leopards, and they all light a torch with their blood, and whoever stench is the strongest wins control. In order to win this, Melon decides to cut the throat of Dolph, which is a shishigumi member. He doesn't bleed out, but we're supposed to believe that he does. And shishigumi gain control of the back alley market, even though like no one likes Melon now because yeah. So we then get a I don't need any of that. Moving on. Come on, where am I? Okay, so we get to the Q stuff, which doesn't really matter. Then Lugosi calls up Yaya, which to be honest has been doing nothing within the past couple of chapters, to find out that he is going to confront Melon on New Year's Eve, I believe. That's whenever something big is going to happen. Yaya immediately jumps into action, calls up Gosha, has a little bit of a talk, and that's.
Wait, New Year's Eve? I thought that was Rexmas.
I don't know. It might have been Rexmas. It doesn't matter.
Xmas is just Christmas, but for
It's Rexmas, it doesn't matter. Oh,
And then
important
Ogura
stuff
dies.
It's Breathmas.
but
Where you
he's
breathe.
Lugosi's been kind of insane at this point because Q gave him a stay command, so he's literally been like fasting, scratching himself in a room covered in deer blood. That's
Whoa! You're getting way too far. We haven't even talked about Oguma's death.
you just
don't
said Rexmas.
care.
I'm sorry. We just
We're
so-
20 minutes over.
Fuck off!
Okay.
It's the longest
We're so
episode.
close.
This is so going to be the longest episode.
Can we just skip some shit, please?
Fine.
almost
Okay.
done.
So Louis and Lugosi try and light a torch with just their two bloods. We're supposed to think that Louis killed himself. Louis didn't. Louis becomes the head of the Horns conglomerate. There's the race war. Yaya and Gosha are very spooked
Yeah.
about it.
Haru and Lugosi first kiss happens the night before this. Everyone thought that Lugosi was going to eat Haru, but then it turned out to be really sweet.
Yeah, and then we get into a tournament where Lugosi has to fight off each member of the
Time.
Yakuzas.
But wait.
I don't need to talk about each of them.
Wait. You forgot about something. You forgot about
You
the
sold
game,
the
the
information.
game they play with the steak.
Oh god.
Oh, that doesn't need to happen. We don't need to talk about
Yeah,
that.
I'm
I
joking,
don't even
I'm
remember
joking,
what
just
you're talking
continue.
about.
I do.
We
I
don't
do.
need to talk about that. Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
yeah.
now on to the current fight where Lugosi has fought the Dokugumi, fought the Inarigumi by cross-dressing. That's
talk about
important.
how-
No, we can't.
You're right.
We
We can't.
cannot talk about that. We're 20 minutes over.
Fuck off! It's important.
Then there's
No, it's not!
an all-out war between literally everyone as the backline market devolves into chaos as Lugosi and Melon fight. Then the main street turns into chaos because Louis said in a broadcast on national television to go to the back alley market, see what's happening. He talks all about it, which is very taboo in that culture. And so he is shoved into a room where he is then saved by the Shishigumi, who have captured Q and are now very against Melon because Melon did whatever. Then Louis captured back from his home, driven away. The Shishigumi are disbanded because they're caught, and that's the current chapter.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I say something without anyone interrupting?
Yes.
TLDR, read the fucking manga.
Yes, please.
Oh, we forgot about the shock egg.
Don't care.
We don't
wait.
fucking care about the shock egg, and that's coming from me.
But then there's also
Wait.
Okay?
Wait. We forgot about the
Okay.
most important character of the entire Beastars lore.
Who's Kai?
No, we forgot about Tim's brother, Bim.
No. I thought you were gonna say the chick who laid the eggs.
Lego?
Lego is the savior of humanity.
Okay, so
Yes.
She is.
now that that's through, like basically nothing has been missed
Or bestiality.
all except
Except everything. Please read the manga. Please.
Yeah, just read the manga.
I'm cutting us off here.
Yeah, go
Tune
ahead.
in next time where we explain the entire plot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.